news on any channel.
There was a breach at the Pentagon. We're exposed.
The story opens in the blistering deserts of southern Iran. What the soldiers don't realize is that these are not ordinary laborers. They are Tom Harris and Oliver Altman, covert CIA operatives executing a highly sensitive mission with precise timing. As Tom installs a hidden surveillance device that allows the CIA to intercept classified data from a nearby Iranian nuclear facility, a suspicious soldier approaches, gripping his rifle and demanding an explanation. The tension spikes instantly. Oliver, fluent in Farsi, calmly explains that they were hired to improve internet connectivity for government communications. When Tom reaches into his pocket, the soldiers brace for violence. Instead, Tom pulls out his phone showing a live football match, proudly demonstrating that the internet connection now works perfectly. The soldiers' suspicion fades as they become absorbed in the game, cheering and laughing, completely forgetting their earlier concerns. With the moment diffused, Tom and Oliver finish their work and drive off into the desert, a CIA drone quietly tracking their escape from above. Once safely away, Tom signals their contact that the operation is complete. The planted device is now active, giving the CIA full access to the facility's systems. Within 12 hours, the sabotage will trigger a nuclear chain reaction, delivering a devastating blow to Iran's program. Meanwhile, in Oman, investigative journalist Luna Quay is filming a report on rising nuclear tensions between Iran and Western powers. She cuts the recording short when her phone buzzes with a message from her Pentagon source, James. He has sent her an encrypted file containing classified images of CIA operations across the Middle East, including photos directly linked to Tom Harris's mission in Iran. Realizing the explosive nature of the information, Luna immediately contacts her editor at a major European news outlet, preparing to release the story. Unbeknownst to her, the call is intercepted by Iranian intelligence agents. Determined to stop the information from reaching the public, they begin tracking her movements, intent on extracting the truth before the story can spread worldwide. Elsewhere in the region, a Taliban faction led by a commander named Rasul meets secretly with Kahil Nasir, an operative from Pakistan's Inter-Services Intelligence Agency. Their discussion reveals that the ISI has been quietly assisting the Taliban in consolidating control over Afghanistan. However, Kahil expresses concern over the group's increasing brutality. He warns Rasul to stop kidnapping educators, abusing civilians, and publicizing executions, as such actions draw too much international attention. After the meeting concludes, Kahil contacts his superior, Siraj, who delivers urgent news. Iran's nuclear facility has just been destroyed. The explosion marks a turning point, signaling that a major covert operation has succeeded and that powerful forces across the region are about to react. Back at the safe house, Tom reunites with Oliver after completing their operation. Tom steps onto the rooftop and calls his wife, telling her that he's scheduled to fly back to London the next day. She cautiously expresses hope that he will actually come home this time, especially since their daughter's high school graduation is approaching. Their conversation reveals the strain Tom's career has placed on their marriage. His wife reminds him that the divorce papers are still waiting for his signature. Even so, Tom admits he doesn't know how to live any life other than the one he's in now. From a distance, Tom watches as the CIA remotely detonates the underground Iranian nuclear facility. The explosion confirms the mission's success. Back at CIA headquarters, the operation is celebrated as a major victory, with agents congratulating one another on a job well done. Not long after, the head of Iranian intelligence surveys the wreckage left behind by the operation. His subordinate, Farhad Asadi, informs him that sensitive information regarding the mission has fallen into the hands of journalist Luna Quay. Furious, the intelligence chief orders Farhad to retrieve the leaked material immediately, before it can be exposed to the world. Meanwhile, in Herat, Afghanistan, an elderly man named Mohammed Mo arrives at the international airport. When questioned by immigration officials about the purpose of his visit, Mo calmly explains that he works for the Red Crescent organization. Once cleared, he exits the terminal and gets into a waiting vehicle. Shortly afterward, Mo contacts Roman Chalmers, the CIA operative who hired him. Mo has been brought in to serve as a translator for an upcoming CIA mission in Herat. Tom parts ways with Oliver, reminding him to wipe all remaining traces of their operation before leaving the safe house. Tom then travels to Dubai without incident, expecting to finally head home. However, his flight is unexpectedly delayed. While waiting, he receives a message asking him to meet someone before departure. The sender turns out to be Roman Chalmers, a CIA operative. Roman invites Tom to a gathering at his residence where he presents a new mission opportunity in Afghanistan. Tom immediately refuses, insisting that he needs to return home and reconnect with his family. Roman persists, assuring him that the assignment will be completed before his daughter's graduation and offers a substantial payout that could cover her future medical school expenses. After weighing the offer, Tom reluctantly agrees. Roman briefs Tom on the objective. destroy Iran's remaining nuclear infrastructure near the Afghan border. Roman also explains that Tom will be accompanied by a local translator named Mo, who will assist him throughout the mission. Meanwhile, Luna is alone in her hotel room speaking on the phone when Iranian agents suddenly storm in and abduct her. She is taken into custody and interrogated by Farhad Asadi. During questioning, Farhad presents Luna with a printed photograph of her and her daughter, making it clear that her child's safety is at risk if she refuses to cooperate. Under pressure, Luna reveals details about the shell companies the CIA uses to conduct operations across the Middle East. However, when Farhad demands specific names connected to the Herat operation, Luna insists she does not know the identities of any individuals involved. Tom is quietly dropped into Afghanistan and soon picked up by Mo, who leads him through the city to a small, rundown safe house. The building is barely standing, but it provides enough cover to stay hidden. Inside, Mo attempts to ask Tom about the nature of his mission, but Tom avoids giving a direct answer. It becomes clear that Roman never explained the full operation to Mo. His assignment was strictly limited to transporting Tom and acting as his translator. Later that evening, Mo slips out of the safe house to meet an old friend in a remote location. Few people know that Mo is considered a traitor by the Taliban, a label that would mean certain death if he were captured. Despite the danger, Mo accepted Roman's offer because he is also searching for his missing sister-in-law somewhere in Herat. After the meeting, Mo travels into the desert and visits the grave of his eldest son. He pauses there alone, reflecting on his loss before returning to the mission. By morning, the classified material Luna leaked is released across international media outlets. The reports include photographic evidence clearly identifying Tom and Oliver, exposing their covert CIA operation. Roman contacts Tom immediately with devastating news. The mission has been completely compromised, and Iranian intelligence has already tracked Oliver down and killed him. With no room left for recovery, Roman officially aborts the operation and orders Tom to evacuate Afghanistan as fast as possible. Tom is no longer just exposed. He is now being actively hunted. Multiple hostile groups are after him, including Iranian agents, the Taliban, the ISI, ISISK, and Al-Qaeda. If any of them capture him, Tom would almost certainly be sold to the highest bidder. Chris Hoy, the head of the CIA's Special Operations Unit, agrees to assist with the rescue. Roman informs his superiors that Tom must travel roughly 400 miles to reach Kandahar, all while evading multiple hostile forces closing in on him at the same time. Iranian intelligence quickly obtains Tom's location, and the situation escalates further when the ISI becomes involved. They dispatch Kahil to track Tom down and capture him. Kahil contacts Rasul, requesting Taliban assistance, before racing toward the city on his motorcycle. Inside the safe house, Tom hurriedly destroys sensitive files and evidence. He immediately tells Mo they need to leave without delay. Unfortunately, both Iranian agents and Kahil are already closing in. Tom and Mo escape in their vehicle, but it soon becomes clear they are being followed. In an attempt to shake the tail, Tom drives into a crowded market and switches vehicles. The maneuver briefly works, but the Iranian agents quickly identify the new car. Traffic brings Tom's escape to a standstill, allowing Farzad and his team to approach from behind. At the same time, Kahil is spotted by the Iranians as he weaves through traffic on his motorcycle. Desperate to break free, Tom drives onto the sidewalk with Kahil following closely. One Iranian vehicle blocks Tom's path, but he manages to force his way through and escape. Taking advantage of the chaos, Kahil attaches an explosive to the Iranian car. He slips off his bike during the process but manages to detonate the bomb moments later. After the explosion, Kahil gets back on his motorcycle and resumes the pursuit, ordering Taliban forces to locate and intercept Tom's truck. Tom veers off course, attempting to lose his pursuers, but his escape is abruptly cut off when a Taliban vehicle blocks the road ahead. Gunfire erupts immediately. With no other option, Tom slams his car directly into the Taliban vehicle and forces his way through, speeding off once more. The escape comes at a cost. A bullet strikes one of the tires, causing the car to grind to a halt in the middle of the road. Tom orders Mo to change the tire as quickly as possible while he stands guard, scanning the surroundings for incoming threats. Mo angrily vents his frustration, questioning how he ended up trapped in such a deadly situation. Tom apologizes and finally tells him the truth, that he was responsible for the Iranian nuclear facility explosion, and that is why no one is coming to rescue them. As the tension peaks, a young boy suddenly appears near the car, holding a detonator in his hand. Despite the terrifying threat, Tom and Mo manage to finish changing the tire. They immediately drive off, narrowly escaping once again, with Kahil still pursuing them relentlessly. Roman receives a message from Tom stating that he is heading toward Delaram to meet an old contact. Recognizing the coded nature of the message, Roman immediately reaches out to a man named Ismail Rabbani and asks for his assistance. Meanwhile, Tom continues driving through the night, relying entirely on night vision goggles to navigate. Turning on the headlights would expose them instantly, so they move forward in total darkness. Tom tells Mo they are roughly 20 miles from Delaram when Farzad's helicopter suddenly appears overhead and opens fire on their vehicle. The helicopter's relentless gunfire forces the car off the road, leaving it badly damaged. With no way to continue driving, Tom and Mo abandon the vehicle and escape on foot while the helicopter continues its assault. Farzad's men deploy from the aircraft and begin chasing them on the ground. In a desperate counterattack, Tom manages to overpower several of Farzad's men. Realizing they need to eliminate the helicopter, Tom comes up with a dangerous plan. He uses Mo as bait to draw the aircraft closer. As the helicopter moves in to target Mo, Tom throws a grenade at it. The grenade strikes successfully, causing a massive explosion that sends the helicopter crashing to the ground, killing everyone on board. Back at CIA headquarters, Chris is closely monitoring Tom's location when his signal suddenly disappears. Roman is also unreachable, as he is busy calling in favors from Afghan special forces in an attempt to help Tom. After defeating the Iranian agents, Tom and Mo find a temporary safe spot to rest. In a quiet, human moment, Tom gives Mo his jacket so he can pray and shares his food with him to break his fast. As they rest, the two talk about their families. Mo opens up about his son, who was killed during an attack in Herat. At daybreak, Cahill arrives at the crash site and examines the remains of the destroyed Iranian helicopter. Meanwhile, Tom and Mo are suddenly ambushed by armed men. After explaining who they are escorted to a nearby camp. Mo is stunned when he realizes whose camp they've been taken to. The men are serving Ismail Rabbani, a powerful Tajik warlord, someone Mo never expected they would have to rely on for help. Tom and Mo are brought into the camp, where they are personally greeted by Ismail. Ismail tells Tom that he can provide them with a vehicle to reach Kandahar and invites both men to sit down and share a meal. During the meal, it becomes clear that Ismail holds a great deal of respect for Tom, and the two reflect on past experiences they once shared. Mo, however, remains quiet and visibly troubled. Ismail notices Mo's behavior and calls attention to it. Mo suddenly erupts, accusing Ismail of being a traitor who destroyed Herat and murdered countless children, including his own son. In response, Ismail calmly removes his weapon and hands it to Mo, telling him to shoot if he truly wants revenge. After a tense pause, Mo lowers the gun and says that he forgives him, placing the weapon down. Later, as they wait for the car Ismail promised, Tom apologizes to Mo for seeking help from the man responsible for his son's death and offers to walk away from the assistance. Mo stops him and says they must continue forward with their journey. As Tom and Mo drive away, Ismail betrays them by secretly passing their location and vehicle details to the ISI. After receiving this information, Cahill contacts Rasul and orders him to capture them. Unaware that Ismail has turned on them, Tom and Mo are suddenly ambushed by Taliban fighters and taken prisoner to the Taliban headquarters. There, Mo is subjected to torture by Rasul, who considers him a traitor. At the same time, Roman works alongside the Afghan special forces to organize a covert operation. They disguise themselves as ISIS fighters and launch an attack on the Taliban camp. The surprise assault catches Rasul and his men off guard. Amid the confusion, Roman quietly infiltrates the camp with the goal of rescuing Tom and Mo. Cahill arrives at the camp and quickly realizes that the attackers are not ISIS, but Afghan special forces. He soon spots Roman and Tom escaping in a vehicle and immediately gives chase, fully determined to capture them. Cahill alerts Taliban units and other armed groups, ordering them to join the pursuit. As Tom and Roman attempt to flee, they become aware that Cahill is relentlessly following them. In a desperate effort to slow him down, Roman opens the car's sunroof and begins firing at Cahill's truck. During the exchange of gunfire, Roman is shot in the stomach. Despite his injury, he makes a selfless decision to sacrifice himself. Roman throws himself onto the road and continues firing at Cahill to give Tom a chance to escape. Tragically, Cahill shoots and kills Roman, ending his final stand. The pursuit grows even more intense as Cahill switches to his motorcycle and orders his men to open fire on Tom's vehicle. The situation quickly spirals out of control, with multiple armed groups closing in from different directions. As Tom approaches the border gate, his car comes under relentless missile attacks. One of the missiles finally strikes the vehicle, causing a massive explosion. In the chaos that follows, Cahill rushes toward the wreckage to confront Tom directly. A brutal gunfight breaks out between the two. Despite being shot in the stomach, Tom manages to overpower Cahill and neutralize him. However, with Taliban fighters closing in from all sides, Tom and Mo realize they have no remaining options. Accepting their fate, they surrender and exchange brief farewells, preparing themselves for what appears to be the end. Back at CIA headquarters, Chris makes a decisive call. He orders an airstrike on the area surrounding Tom and Mo to create a path for their escape. Chris knows this decision goes beyond his authority, but he refuses to allow another agent to die in Afghanistan. Just as Tom and Mo, surrounded by advancing Taliban fighters, prepare themselves for the worst, a military aircraft suddenly appears and begins bombing the enemy positions. The unexpected airstrike creates chaos among the attackers. Taking advantage of the opening, Tom and Mo find a vehicle and force their way through the border gate. Against all odds, they reach the extraction plane just in time before it departs. The film concludes with Tom arriving at a London airport, where he is reunited with his daughter in an emotional embrace. Mo also returns safely to his family in the United States, bringing the story to a hopeful and earned conclusion. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.